Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bridget and this is my financial journey. Today we're going to be checking in for the first week of November, which for me is from the 2nd through the 8th. And we're going to be making my paycheck budget for the second week of November. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so as I previously just said, we're going to be checking in for the first week of November, which for me is from the 2nd through the 8th. And first week was okay, I think. Definitely did spend from almost all of my categories, but I wouldn't say I went too off the rails for the most part compared to other weeks. Today's actually, what day is it? I'm filming this a little bit late. Today's the 12th, and I can already tell you that week 2 is going way better than week 1. So let's get started. This is my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner. My stickers are from Caffeinated Kate, except for these guys. These guys are from Romina Rosa, and the check-in stickers that I am using are from Paper Loving Mama on Etsy, and I'm just pulling out my little micro notes happy planner. This is where I started tracking my expenses. So I'm actually going to just put this aside and reference it off camera. So on the 4th of the month, I did go to Target. I actually ended up splitting this transaction within a couple categories. So for my spending categories, I had originally spent $17.36, but I did make a return, and so that return brought the transaction to $6.53. So like I just said, I did buy a couple, I did spend from a couple different categories. So as far as my spending category goes, I did buy a candle, and something else that I ended up returning. So that was $6.53. And that is the only spending transaction that I had this week. I'm sorry if I sound a little scratchy. I am kind of getting over a little throat bug. I'm feeling better, but I'm still struggling to talk a little bit. For gas, I had one gas transaction, and that was on the 8th. I was running on empty, y'all, and so I went to QT and filled up, and this transaction is rounded because I did spend cash, but I spent $20 at Quick Trip on the 8th. Groceries, I had a couple grocery runs. So at Target that day, I did buy some like desserts. I bought some macaroons and then like a couple other things. I ended up spending $9.99 on groceries from that trip. And then at work, I did buy some things from the vending machines. I wasn't sure where to take it, what category to take it from, but I figured it kind of made sense to take it from groceries because it was like I was buying snack foods that you would buy at the grocery store, but I could have honestly taken it from spending or even from eating out, which is why budgeting is so great, because you can take it from whatever category that you think works best. And so that was on the 7th, and I spent $8.64 that day, which is a lot for lunch, but luckily this was the only day that I bought from the vending machines. Family. So family used to be a sinking fund, but since I don't really have any sinking funds right now, I made it a line item in my budget. So on the 3rd, I went voting with my mom, and afterwards I took her out to eat. So we went to Cheddar's, and we spent $36.90, or I spent $36.97, and that was on voting day. which the line was so long, but definitely glad that I, did that. Because that is our responsibility as Americans. Eating out. So eating out is always what kills my budget. I just have really, really terrible eating habits, you guys. So I did have cash. So the majority of my eating out I did do through cash, and I didn't do a good job at tracking. So I'm not really sure what days I spent or like exactly how much I spent. So I'm just kind of estimating what that was. On the 4th, I did go to Einstein's and pick up some breakfast. And for eating out, we're using a pink sticker. So that day was $11.22 for eating out. And then over, I'd say these 4 days, I spent around $36, which is a lot. But, I'm acknowledging it and we're moving forward. I do know that it happened within the last end of the week. So even though I don't know what day it happened, I'm not going to lay down no spend stickers for those days. I think for the purpose of this, I'm going to go ahead and put it on this day, on Thursday. And so I just labeled that eating out, and that is it for those, or for that category. And then lastly, with that same Target run, I did have a transaction that I categorized as a miscellaneous expense. So I bought a book. Again, I could have taken that from spending, but I chose to take it out of my miscellaneous expense because that is something I should have included in my budget somewhere, because I did know that I was going to make that purchase. So that was $13.59. So this was really all one transaction, but I went ahead and split it up between the different categories. Like I said, I'm not going to lay down a no spend sticker on this day, but I do know that this Monday was a no spend day. So I will give myself that. And let me find my stickers. This is also from Romina Rosa. Her little no spend stickers. I think they're so cute. And we're just going to go ahead and leave this guy blank. After this week, I've been really good about tracking my spending, so we shouldn't have that issue again for week 2. Okay, and I think that is it for my variable spending. I'm not going to be doing a weekly check-in or anything like that. I'm not going to be totaling up my transactions until I close out my monthly budget. I do get paid weekly. That's why I don't have a need to do a weekly check-in spread, but I do really like having a visual as to how my spending was throughout the week. So the only thing I am going to be checking off is my Nissan car loan. I did make that payment. And this Netflix, I'm going to leave blank for now. I ran into an issue where somebody got my debit card information and was trying to steal my money. So I did cancel the card, and am still waiting for a new card to come in the mail. And my Netflix information was connected to that old card. So as of right now, I have not been charged for Netflix because, the card was declined. I'm not going to update that payment information just yet. I probably will at some point in the future, but at this point I'm not. So if I end up not updating it during the month of November and being charged for November, then, it is what it is, and I just won't have that payment this month. But yeah, that's it for this first week of November. So let's actually go to my Paycheck Spread. And let's zoom in. Again, this is, all of my stickers are from Caffeinated Kate. This is actually her December print. I don't know what it's called, but you know, on Etsy, she's pretty good about having her different kits laid out. So I'm sure you can find it. I think it's called like December Sunrise or something like that. Okay, and for paycheck 2, we will not be using a buffer. I'm just going to be budgeting out my paycheck number 2. And hopefully the coil cooperates with me. So for paycheck number 2, we are working with 438 $82 and I only have one bill to cover, and that is my Wells Fargo loan. This loan has been deferred for the last 3 months, and so it is finally coming out of my temporary deferment. So that's the only thing that I'm paying with this paycheck. And that was $201.07 for this month, which is lower than what it used to be. I'm sure it'll shoot back up probably next month. And so let's see where that leaves us. Okay, so that leaves me with $237.75. No, that's not right. This was supposed to be a 32. So it would be 25 cents. Okay, so that means that everything else is going to go towards my cash envelopes and my Christmas fund, because right now I'm trying to prioritize my Christmas fund, because I think before this paycheck I only have $22 saved, so big chunk of this is going to go towards my Christmas fund. But first, I need to make sure I have enough in my cash envelopes, which this month I'm not using cash envelopes. I am using just my card once that comes in. So for spending, spending is getting $20. Gas gets $30 a week. Groceries will be getting $25. Family will be getting $30. I did go over budget with that Cheddar's expense, so some of this will, you know, help me go positive again in that account, because I think I only had $20. Eating out, I am already over budget in eating out, so this will just help, you know, make it less negative. I'm going to be doing $10. And then lastly, miscellaneous will be getting $20. So let's total all of this up. That leaves me at $135 to work with for my cash envelopes. So now I have $102.25. I'm also not, you know, going to be using this money to cover my Netflix, like I just said. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wait until I feel like starting up on Netflix again. Right now I don't really have anything I'm interested in watching, so I'm sure once I see a trailer that I really want to watch, I will go ahead and pay those $10. So lastly, I'm going to be funding my Christmas category. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put $90 on my credit card. I am keeping my Christmas fund on my Amazon card because I do most of my Christmas shopping from Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer $90, not as an additional debt payment, but as a buffer for my Christmas shopping. So we're going to do $90. And that leaves me with $10. Nope. $12.25. And we're going to go ahead and just leave that in my buffer. And that is it for this paycheck. Oh, I went off a little bit. But yeah, hopefully this week goes well. We're already kind of halfway into it, and so far it's going well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.